Chizuk from the Parsha, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Netsuvim Vayelech. As we stand in the last Shabbos of the year, in this week's Parsha, there's no greater Chizuk and there's no greater value that a person has to take from this Parsha is to learn to change the mindset. Every single thing that we want to take upon us, if it's a New Year's resolution to the New Year, Rochnias and Gashmias, any addiction that we have, if it's food, if it's alcohol, if it's vaping, smoking, whatever it is, people think it's so far from me. There's no way I'm going to do it. And that's the mindset that people have. This week's Parsha, the Torah tells us very easy. Lo v'shomayim, don't think anything that you want. The Torah specifically talks about Torah and Shiva, but it's in everything in life. Don't think you have to go up to the heaven to do these things. Don't think that you have to pass by oceans and oceans. Don't think that you have to do all these things. It's extremely close to you. Just think about it. In your mouth and your heart, you have to do it. Just do it. Yes, it's difficult, but the Torah tells us, once you change your mindset, that you're going to know it's not in the sky and it's not past the ocean and you don't have to fly or whatever to get to there, you can do it. It's a very simple, beautiful thought that it's a little bit jokey, but it's a very nice way to think. There was a very famous museum that showed all kind of people, very famous people in the world. The smallest person, the shortest person, the tallest person, the heaviest person. And people used to go from person to person at a wax museum and look at all these people. On the top floor of that museum, there was a wall. On that wall, there were 4 specific people that were writing about a picture of a person. And they were writing about him. One was able to touch the top of his nose with his tongue. It's the longest tongue in the world. The other one was able to shake his ears, to move his ears without even touching it. I don't know how to do it. The third one was able to give a kick so high that he would kick his own forehead. And the fourth one was able to wrap his hands around his body and touch both hands from the other side, which is amazing. And after they pass this wall of these 4 people, there's a guard sitting there, and it says laughing room. And the guy says, what is the laughing room? He says, you go into that room, guarantee you're going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to be your slave. I'm going to do whatever you want. I'm not going to laugh. Go in there. Everybody says I'm not going to laugh, but you're going to laugh. So he goes into the room. And what turns out is this room is right behind the wall they were seeing before the 4 people. Here we're seeing 4 people. See-through. It's only see-through from this side, from the other side. From this side you can't see. People are sitting there and they see that everybody is looking at these people that is saying about the person who's touching his tongue. People go, they try to touch the tongue. They stick out the tongue and they try to touch the nose. And they try to wrap the hands and they try to kick and they try to move the ears. I assume many people of you who watch this clip also try to do these things while I was talking. And it's funny. They're laughing because 1 minute before I just did the same thing. But we all know one thing. You're going to return to this museum in a month from now or in a year from now. When you're going to go upstairs to that particular floor at this wall, are you going to try to touch your tongue, to touch your nose? Are you going to try to wrap your hands and kick? No. You know why? Because you know right behind it, there's a room, a laughing room, and everybody's laughing at you, and everybody sees you. And once you have the concept that everybody sees you, there's no way you're going to do that. This week's Parsha is teaching us. All you need to know is Hashem is so close to you. You're here, Hashem is right here, right next to you. And once you realize that Hashem is right next to you, you're not going to do all these things. And one very important point, Atem Netsuvim Hayom goes on Rosh Hashanah, Kulchem, everyone together, Roshaychem, Shiftaychem, from the biggest Rabbunim, Rosh Hashivas, Ad Shoev Mamecha Choyta Vatzer, till don't say Hashem doesn't need me. What am I going to do? No, Hashem wants to see you. Don't think little of yourself. Kol Yisrael, Hashem wants every single Yid close to him. Kekura Velecha Duvam Hoyta Git Shabbos.